County. First, I will say that there has evidently been some misunderstanding as to the details regarding my plan. Let me make it clear today, and dispel any rumors that may exist. My campaign was run on 3 prongs of interest, based on the feedback that I received from the people who elected me. I met and heard from many before, during, and even still after the campaign. This plan has not changed since it was first written in August of 2010 in my living room. My plan consists of 3-pronged strategy and is as follows. First, I plan to modernize the procedures by which the office currently produces the civil work, create a smoother method of operations. In speaking with all of those who currently work in the office, I learned that there were things that were outdated, antiquated, and non-conducive to an efficiency that should exist in the Sheriff's Office in 2011. Old equipment that no longer serves the need of the one office that produces most of the paper documentation of any county branch. Machines not adequate for the level of production that we are producing. Complaints from the public seeking easier access to information regarding sheriff sales and civil process. Once upon a time, we had a website that existed and catered to this information with levels and tiers that also provided the information in a more user-friendly avenue than that which currently exists. So technology is a must, and specifically that which matches the current need of the office. Substandard processing procedures that are redundant and wasteful for county, public, and various courts. Remedied only by new policy implementation, which is currently underway. Communication standards, vehicles, and weapons that are unsafe for deputies and staff to use is what I inherited. Office-based problems with no room to properly process the large volume of paperwork that we currently produce and receive each day. Safety problems with regard to office design and public access. No safety features for employees that have long been concerned due to past and various incidents of irate persons entering the office to record matters regarding family and other situations in the court. Understaffing and 8 months of arrears in sheriff sales, as most of you know. Sussex County Sheriff's Office needs manpower just to fix this problem alone. Not to mention the ever-increasing workload of court documents that are also in danger of falling even further behind, all due to the lack of manpower and the increasing foreclosure process. Your Honors, in that light, I ask you to consider increasing my staff by 1 road deputy and 1 office staffer to help me catch up in these arrears in the 8 months that's estimated that it is in, as well as grant me the equipment and update the office to the best level of efficiency possible. Second, a large portion of my campaign was spent answering questions from the public from various events and meetings attended during the campaign. Many asked what the Sheriff's Office could do to be more proactive and get involved in crime prevention and safety for people and developments in various places in the county currently not involved in those activities. My responses were all well received at all of those events, as my plan to create and put into task a crime prevention program which targeted children and seniors and any person needing information about the crime that may exist in their areas. The goal is to partner and assist with various police agencies, citizens, and neighborhoods throughout the county is what is at task. Citizens would benefit from this education and information that would come from those efforts to help to keep crime as low as possible in this peaceful county. This is the most efficient and least expensive way to combat crime. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. This is with home invasions, thefts, ID thefts, crimes against elderly such as scams and frauds all on the rise nationwide and even here in Sussex County. And more retirees moving here, with more retirees moving here, this is going to be an epidemic if we don't step in and take some sort of an action in a preemptive sense. What is community? If it's not a partnership of people, businesses, government to strive to create a positive growth, seeking peace, prosperity, and the course of safety. But what about safety? Isn't it a moot point to do anything in the community if it's not safe to do it? Since taking office, I have sought to partnership with area police to implement programs for crime prevention and the response has been positive. It is my goal to take a more proactive role, just as I campaign, in crime prevention because of the current climate of crime in society that surrounds us and is even falling fast upon us. It will serve to bring the community together on this issue and provide a way for them to express their concerns and ideas to keep our community safe and safer. Your Honors, here I ask you that you will approve one full-time deputy position and the support equipment to allow me to fulfill my campaign promises to the people of Sussex County and to the office of the sheriff, and assign that person to handle crime prevention duties as described. Lastly, during my campaign, I also repeatedly spoke about liability to the county. This is an issue that must be dealt with, and must be dealt with now. Deputies are involved in volatile situations, and vicarious liability is a probability here, or likeliness here. I, for one, do not want to be sued, nor do I wish to expose anyone in this county to a lawsuit for failure to act and failure to recognize the need here. As untrained or undertrained deputies is a liability waiting to happen, in my view. We have had over a dozen incidents in recent months that involved deputy sheriffs in the U.S. where they were shot and killed over their various duties and performing their various duties. You're voting. We've had a great increase in crime right here in Sussex County with home invasions, robberies, thefts, and assaults. Crimes against the elderly with fraud and scams are also, again, on the rise. And what does this all mean? The time for prudence and professionalism in the Sheriff's Office in Sussex County has come. Training and certifications are what we need and what we need right now. What are certifications? Simply put, these are minimum levels of training that qualify that person to act and or to exist professionally in his or her performance of duties on a daily basis. It's not needed, you say? Any of you ever been between two fighting family members, husband and wife, father and mother, especially when it pertains to children involved? Sussex County deputies, for those of you who don't know, are involved in that each and every day. We owe it to each deputy and each citizen of this county to give the best efforts that we can make. Liability suits are often in the millions and tens of millions, and spending a few $1,000s right now to prevent the millions of tax dollars spent for something in a reactive sense are what I call prudent and responsible as we act now. Deputy sheriffs put their lives on the line every day in this country, and Sussex County, Delaware deputies are no exception. When I came here, there wasn't so much as one existing standard operational procedure in writing at all in the office. Nothing for the deployment of any weapon that was issued to each deputy. And what I saw on the wall in the writing was liability, liability, liability. Standard operational procedures are being written right now and being placed into effect and will be placed, regarding weapons, vehicle operation, equipment use, and procedures of conduct expected of each and every member. Your Honors, here I would ask, like you to change this immediately and help me to do so. For the sake of all here and every person in Sussex County, and even for yourselves, we need to implement a way for these deputies to act upon situations that they are exposed to on a daily basis with the least amount of liability possible and maintain that standard through training. If they witness a crime or observe a wanted person in the course of their regular duties, they need to have the option to act to protect others and themselves then and there and in the future. Not to mention the public in general, who may be a victim at a later point should they not act. With the growing concern of crime and crime situations arising in our county alone, that often involve illegal immigration, gangs, and the like, deputies are often witnesses to crime and routinely observe crimes. So do we turn our heads to this or allow them to act? Simply calling for the police to back up is sometimes not even feasible with response times into the hours. In closing, My desire to mark the sheriff's card to provide law enforcement presence in these communities is also a direct response to public outcry to reduce the crime. It simply acts for itself. Anything we can do to reduce crime here is my goal to make this community and Sussex County a better and safer place to live. I realize that the process to train and prepare deputies for this will take time and effort and cooperation. I want to implement these plans in a manner that is proper, prudent, and within a reasonable cost. Let me reiterate, I do not wish to create a county police. That is not my goal. Just to bring what I have of staff currently, and maybe a few more, to a better standard with a professional level of operation. And that is my goal, gentlemen and ladies. And I thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Did you have any questions of me?
I don't think so. We'll take it on your advisement. I'm sure that it's all on tape. I'll copy that, obviously, and we'll review all that. I'm sure most of those things you will address in your proposed budget for next year, which starts probably next week there, I guess, Dave. So
Yes.
all those things should be in there. And just for the information for the public, when we have the hearing on the budget, you certainly are welcome to come make comment on it at that point in time too. So, thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.